Hello everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my May book haul. In the month of May, I bought, let's see, about 10 books. 2 were sent from, my Owl Crate and Fairytale unboxing. So let's just go ahead and get started with this video. One of the first books I bought this month is Serafina and the Black Cloak by Robert Betty. I've seen these all over BookTube, and it's an entire middle grade series. And so on the back it says, "Never go into the deep parts of the forest, for there are many dangers there, and they will ensnare your soul. Serafina has never had a reason to disobey her paw and venture beyond the grounds of Biltmore Estate. They're planning to explore in her grand home, although she must take care to never be seen. None of the rich folk upstairs know that Serafina exists, but when children at the estate start disappearing, only Serafina knows who the culprit is, a terrifying man in a black coat who stalks Biltmore's corridors at night. Following her own harrowing escape, Serafina risks everything by joining forces with Bradeen Vanderbilt, the young nephew of Biltmore's owners. Brandon and Serafina must uncover the man in the black cloak's true identity before all of the children vanish one by one." So it seems very interesting. I think there's like 4 or 5 books out. I want to get into more middle grade, so I'm looking forward to starting this. The next book I bought, I want to start getting into more romances, whether it's YA or where young adult or adults, and I bought 99 Days by Katie Katsuno. And all it says on the back is, "Day 1, Julie O'Donnell eggs my house my first night back in Star Lake. She has every right to hate me, of course. I broke Patrick Donnelly's heart the night everything happened with his brother Gabe. Day 4, a nasty note on my windshield makes it clear Julia isn't finished. I'm expecting a fight when someone taps me on the shoulder, but it's just Gabe, home from college and actually happy to see me. For what it's worth, Molly Barlow, he says, I'm really glad you're back. Day 12, Gabe won't kick till he's got me to come to this party, and I'm surprised to find him actually having fun. I think he's about to kiss me, and that's when I see Patrick, my Patrick, who's supposed to be clear across the country, my Patrick, who's never going to forgive me. 87 days of summer to go, and history is repeating itself. The last thing I want is to come between the Donnelly brothers again, but the truth is, the Donnellys stole my heart a long time ago." So when I picked this up, my mind automatically went to Elena, Damon, and Stefan from the Vampire Diaries because of the brother dynamic duo. A lot of people like this. I have You Say It First by Katie Katsuno, which I still haven't read, but again, looking forward to. I then bought my first ever Christina Lauren book, and that is My Favorite Half Night Stand. And this is basically follows a girl named Millie Morris, who has always been seen as one of the guys, never the girl, like a girlfriend or whatever. She is a professor, and she's terrible at getting personal. And she, like her 4 best guy friends and fellow professors, is single. So when the university function turns into a black tie, Millie and her circle makes a pact that they'll join an online dating service to find +1. But there's a hitch. After making the pact, Millie and one of the guys, Reed, secretly spend the sexiest night of their lives together, but decide they would be better off as friends. Online dating isn't for the faint of heart. When the guys are inundated with quality matches, Millie's first profile garners nothing but dick pics. Enter Catherine, Millie's fictional persona, in whose shoes she could be more vulnerable than she has ever been in person. Catherine and Reed strike up a digital pen palship, but Millie can't resist temptation in her real life either. Soon, Millie will have to face her worst fear of intimacy or risk losing her best friend. So, a lot of people like Christina Lauren. I have been so tempted multiple times to try one of her books, and I'm really excited that it will be this. My mom is the one who helped me pick it up because it was between this and Honeymooners, and I literally put both books in my mom's hand. I was like, oh my god, you read the back and tell me which one I should get, and she picked this one. So the next 2 books I bought are middle grade in their series, and it is Sal and Gabby Break the Universe by Carlos Hernandez, and the second book, Sal and Gabby Fix the Universe, again by Carlos Hernandez. I think these are only 2 books in the Rick Riordan universe. So the first book, How did a raw chicken get inside Yasmini's locker? When Sal Vidon meets Gabby Riel for the first time, it isn't under the best circumstances. Sal is in the principal office for the 3rd time in 3 days, and it's still the first week of school. Gabby, student council president and editor of the paper, is there to support her friend Yasmini, who just picked a fight with Sal. She is determined to prove that somehow Sal planted a raw chicken in Yasmini's locker, even though nobody saw him do it, and the bloody poultry has mysteriously disappeared. Sal prides himself on being an an excellent magician, but for the sleight of hand, he relied on a talent no one can guess, except maybe Gabby, whose sharp eyes never miss a trick. When Gabby learns he's capable of conjuring things much bigger than a chicken, including his dead mother, she all takes it in stride. Sal knows that she is someone he can work with. There's only one slight problem. Their manipulation of time and space could put the entire universe at risk. A Sassy Entropy Sweeper, a documentary about Wedgie's principal who wears a venti Buddha mask, and a heaping platefuls of Cuban food are just some of the delights that await in this mind-blowing novel, gift wrapped in love and laughter. Again, I do want to get into more middle grade. I love anything that comes from the Rick Riordan Presents, especially the Aru Shah series, so I'm looking forward to that. The next book I got is Graceling by Kirsten Keshor. This is the first book in, I believe, a quartet. And it says, Katza is a Graceling, one of the rare people born with an extreme gift. As niece of the king, she lived a life of privilege until the day her ability to kill a man, where her bad hands revealed itself during a royal banquet. Now she acts as her uncle's enforcer, traveling the kingdom and threatening those who dare to oppose him. But everything changes when she meets Poe, a foreign prince graced with combat skills who is searching for the truth about his grandfather's disappearance. When Katya agrees to help him, she never expects to learn a new truth about her own grace or about a terrible secret that could destroy them all. So I found this series through Reagan from Prue's Project, when she did like a whole like reading vlog dedicated to reading all 4 books. I want to try new stuff. Apparently this is like a recover, like a new issue of like series that came out a long time ago. Like the first 3 books came out like 5 years ago.
Catch that. Could you try again?
So the series came out like maybe like 5 years ago. She never released the 4th book, so she just released the 4th book and got like a whole new cover change. Again, very excited. The next book I bought is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Powell Pretro. And I had a sister once. In a world ruled by fierce warrior queens, a grand empire was built upon the backs of Phoenix riders, legendary warriors who soared through the sky on wings of fire until a war between 2 sisters ripped it all apart. I promised her the throne would not come between us. 16 years later, Veronica is a war orphan who dreams of becoming a Phoenix rider, like the heroes of old. After a shocking betrayal from her controlling sister, Veronica strikers out alone to find the riders, even if that means disguising herself as a boy to join their ranks. But it is a fact of life that one must kill or be killed, rule or be ruled. Just as Veronica feels like she belongs, her sister turns up and reveals a tangle of lies between them that will change everything. And meanwhile, the new emperor has some of the riders return and intend to destroy them once and for all. Sometimes the title of queen is given, sometimes it must be taken. There's 3 books out. I remember when it first came out, I was a part shortly on Twitter, on book Twitter, for the campaign for this, but I never got around to reading it. A lot of people enjoy it, so let's see. I just love how like floppy it is. I also bought Fairytale Volume 5 by Hiro Mishima. This is one of a manga series I am slowly getting through. There's like a lot of volumes out, but we basically follow a girl named Lucy who's a celestial witch, meaning she works with the zodiac signs: Libra, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, all of the above, and she wants to join, and she does end up joining the Fairytale Guild, which is basically like this club for really higher up magicians. I've read volumes 1 through 3, and I'm very excited to read 4 and 5. So I will link my May Owl Crate unboxing somewhere on the eye, but I got The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He, and this is basically about a girl who ends up washed ashore somewhere. She doesn't know how. The only memory she has is that she has a sister out there somewhere, and then we follow another girl who's basically in this world that they trust science and science alone. I don't think she knows she has a sister, but she does want to like rebel and finally break away from all of that. I'm very meh about reading a book like this. And then I will link my April Fairy Loot unboxing somewhere on the eye, and we got The Poison Healer by Lynette Neone, and this is about a girl named Kiva who is a survivor. She has worked as a healer in a notorious death prison. She has one goal: to stay alive, and when the infamous rebel queen arrives in the prison, at the prison on death's door, and Kiva receives a message, you know, don't let her die, we're coming. She's sentenced to trial, the queen, where she has to battle against the elements. Kiva volunteers to take her place. If she succeeds, both she and the queen will be granted their freedom. It seems very interesting. I especially love how purple it is. And then just this. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. And then the reversible. Oh. Fairy Loot is slowly making me like them more than I like Owl Crate. But those are the books I bought in the month of May. I will be leaving here on the side of me 2 videos I feel you guys should go check out. I try to, my heart is post twice a week. Sometimes life and work gets in the way. And I'll hopefully see you guys very soon with another video. Bye guys.